All right, so I just wanted to reply to Amber's comment here because honestly, I post a lot of my lifting videos on like my personal social media and I get this comment all the time. Most of the time it's from people who lift in commercial gyms and they just don't have this kind of stuff. I always lift at home. But when I am at the gym for my powerlifting meets, we are always using safety spotter arms. And I realize a lot of people just don't know what they are or what their purpose is or how to set them up properly. So I thought this would be really helpful. So when you have a rack at home, okay, this is a 4-post rack. You can see the 4 posts. They are bolted to these studs of my home, level to the floor, all right? The cups or the hooks that the bar sits in, these are your J hooks or J cups, okay? We have our bar, and then we have these. These are safety spotter arms, okay? These are, my rack is made by Bells of Steel. This is part of the Hydra series, okay? These can hold 1,000 pounds. 1,000 pounds, all right? Their purpose, their sole purpose is to catch the weight if you can't lift it. But it doesn't work if you don't know how to set them up. So you see the racks have all these holes. Okay, I really loved this rack because it has the 1-inch spacing on the holes really nice and high up so you can fully customize your bar height as well as your safety bar spotter height, okay? It's like a mouthful. You have to set this up. This is like number 1. If you do not have these, you are not benching at home alone. Period. I'm sorry. Just relying on not having the clips so you can hopefully dump it one side and then the other if it's too heavy. Sure, that works if it doesn't knock the wind out of you, right? But get something really heavy and try to tilt the whole thing to the right so the weights fall off the end and then the whole thing back to the left while it's uneven when you're panicked and nervous is not exactly easy to do, right? So sure, that can work in a pinch, but your best bet is either have someone at home with you if you're lifting something that you're really not sure about and have a spotter, or at the very least have these. The second point I want to make there is a lift you're not sure about. I don't ever go for massive PRs at home. So the day I posted this video of the 135, about 3 minutes before that, I did a 132.5. My best PR of all time ever up to that point had been 134. So I was going for 1 more pound over my old PR and only 2.5 pounds over what I did before. If I was gonna do like, let's go balls to the wall and do a 10-pound jump, no, I do that with somebody behind me with a spotter, or I save that for competition, because then you've got 3 dudes on all around you ready to jump in and pick it off. Or ladies, right? Could be either. So now what you're gonna do is you wanna set this up so that you can bench with full range of motion, but that when you lay flat, the bar can land right here. And this takes practice. When I first got this, I tried it in every single hole. Like I tried 5 different heights until I found that like sweet spot for me. I'm 5'2", so I have mine in hole number 8, and I have my racks at hole number 22. Every person is different, every rack is different, and they're not all numbered. So good luck, you have to just practice this, okay? But I want to show you what it looks like. So when I set up my starting position, I can unrack, touch my chest, and do you see how my safeties aren't in my way? But if I were going to fail this lift, I simply do this. Now here I am. Look, I mean, we don't have a lot of room, but it's not on me. If it rolls back, it might hit me in the chin. I mean, that can happen with anything. If it's down a little bit too far, it might touch me, but I'm not dead, right? It's not crushing my trachea. I'm not getting decapitated. It's not hitting me in the chest, and I can simply roll out from under it. It's that easy. Now, I could probably lower these maybe 1 more hole, but I would be worried with the arch, especially if anybody has like a really big arch. It might hit the chest on the way down. That's why I chose this height that I did. So play around with it, and what I always do is, obviously with an empty bar, you practice it, but every once in a while I will fail a heavier lift on purpose, just to kind of psychologically get that panic out of your head. Oh, I know that if I have to put this down, I can. I do the same thing with squats. Let me just, while we're on the subject, why not? So back there, those are neon orange things that Bells of Steel claims is red, by the way. I'm not going to get into that fight. That lasted a while to try to get my red straps that I thought I ordered. They went with Home Depot orange and we're just going with it. But these are for squats. Same deal. I realize I'm tapping on one and there you go. Okay, so these are really heavy duty, like woven straps. But these are here that way if you're squatting in the rack and you need to fail, you can let it go, okay? So the bar hangs here, doesn't go crashing to the floor, but more importantly, if let's say you passed out or something and that's why you failed the lift and you're like on the ground, it doesn't come crashing down on you while you're like in a pile on the floor. So these, yes, save your floor, they save your weights from crashing onto your floor, but they also save you. So when I ordered this rack, with Bells of Steel, with lots of them, the better companies, you customize everything, you pick what you wanted. I did not want to have to use these for squats. Like I wanted something for everything. So that's why I have both sets. These just flip around and I tuck them back there. So they're not sticking out into my space all the time when I don't need them. As soon as I'm done benching, I pop them out of the way. But they're also really nice for like RDLs, bent over rows. So you can just set them on here in between sets and not have to bend over all the way to the floor, which when you're 43 is kind of nice. So I hope that helps. And I just kind of want to clarify that. Thank you for the comment, because I know it was coming just from a place of like pure safety, pure concern. And I believe 100% in safety, and anytime my clients are benching at home, we're going over all of this. Now, here's the thing to remember too, if you don't feel comfortable benching with the barbell at home, you can use dumbbells, right? But there's still a risk to those. You could fail and drop them on your head. I mean, anything can happen, right? So you just gotta really think things through. Be safe, be prepared, and practice failing, because that helps that mental so much. So thank you again. Keep your questions coming.